What's up, nerds? Back with another writing articles with chat video. This one actually have a little bit semi of a re-upload. I already did a video of a different title about this, and this was kind of one of the first videos of this format where I really went through with ChatGPT and asked it a bunch of different things and tried to get it to write articles at the same time. A little bit of the precursor to what this was about. Again, we did the peanut video and how that happening and identifying the bureaucracy of all of that happening right before Trump became president was, or the election was happening. He didn't become, at that point we didn't know he was going to become president, but how highlighting the bureaucracy and how it can be terrible right before the election was something that may or may not have swung the internet in some sort of way. And so now I've got a very similar video, which is something that may or may not have swung the internet in a certain way, but it's definitely something that I saw as a, what the hell moment. And I think a lot of people, even now, people still talk about it as a wow, people really think about it this way kind of moment. So without further ado, this is Irony Through the Lens of a Zuber, aka Sam Hyde versus iDubbbz versus J-Reg versus the assassination of the United Healthcare CEO. So let's take a quick look at what we've already got, because again, this has already got a video of it. We've already gotten some stuff about it. So this is just kind of a reminder. You can go watch that. You can just read the article, however you want to do. This is just a re-upload of that, because again, now we're doing a more professional go through of all of these topics. All right, so as you can see, this is the video called Irony Through the Lens of a Zoomer over here, and this was uploaded December 13th of 2024. So you could see how I had this idea. We were starting it, trying to make some waves, but didn't really follow through on it. But again, now that we've got the vlog schedule going, we've got the Zoom boxing schedule going, we've got a bit more of a grasp on the content we want to create, we're going to be making this re-upload video about it, going through and talking about it a little bit more, because again, this is more of the actual format where we talk it through with chat, have it kind of go through these transcripts, have it figure out, kind of what we're talking about, and then have it write the article. So this again is the CEO of United Healthcare was shot in Midtown Manhattan, and everybody essentially praised the shooter because it's well, this United Healthcare CEO, and he was denying all these people health care, and all of these people are just super capitalists and they do nothing to benefit the country, the people living in the country. And whether or not I agree with that part of the conversation, because I do agree with some of that in some aspects. The fact is that Trump had just become president. RFK was coming in as the leader of the FDA, the leader of the healthcare system, the Secretary of Health. Yeah, I couldn't remember what that was for a second. And so we're going to have accountability brought to all of these people. And what do we do right before we can bring him to court? What do we do right before we can hold him accountable? We kill him. How does that to me didn't make any sense. And the way that people online were describing how his death was and describing, how people should feel about his death was all through the lens of irony. Because again, you can't come out right and say, yeah, I'm happy the guy's dead. You're going to get banned on the internet. You're going to get labeled all sorts of certain ways. So people were describing it like, oh no, it's so bad that he got shot. Which, if you read that on just as a line of text, it's so bad that he got shot, that is obviously a good thing. You don't want people murdered. However, if you listen to the cadence of my voice, oh no, it's so sad that he got shot. I'm obviously being sarcastic, right? Which is just a level of irony. And so we've got this guy, J-Reg, who considers himself the like father of irony, at least as far as it's concerned on the internet, which is, in my opinion, BS, because irony, it's existed for decades. Just because you're first now putting on the internet doesn't mean like people haven't heard of it. Doesn't like mean like people would not have heard of it. And so combine J-Reg with Sam Hyde, and also J-Reg made a video called condemning the United Healthcare CEO assassination. Again, condemning it, when if you, on paper, you know, it might say, oh, condemning it, obviously it's bad, obviously he doesn't like it, but the whole video is him saying how good it is and how, you know, essentially we should take care of business, you know, in more ways like this. So I made this video. We talked about it with chat. Went through a bunch of different psychology behind it, went through the actual videos that I linked in the transcript, went through all of that. And after we did all of that, went through and, well, I tried to generate some articles for it. And yeah, that was that. So I've already got the video about it. The article and everything will be in the description down below. Here's the article, and yeah, so this is actually a pretty short one because we've already done this one already. And so just kind of a little re-upload reminder that this is out there. And next up, we will have some fresh articles because now we are done with the 2 that I already had on the website. And now we can get to the new stuff that I've written since. And hopefully this format has been interesting. Hopefully you like this format. Hopefully you like videos like this. And as always, smoke grass, eat ass, and I will see you in the next video. Deuces.